Hi, hello, I'm Bum Bum. Nice to meet you. And I've got my mom with me, Mama Bon, and we're talking about Ghost Doctor. Now, if this is your first time on my channel, this is a space where I talk about whatever I want.
Yeah.
And today, that is a K-drama. So, Ghost Doctor is a K-drama about a hospital, and Rain is the main character. He plays Dr. Cha. Cha Min-young.
Yeah.
And he dies. Well, not like dies, but he's a coma ghost. And you find out that there are other coma ghosts in the hospital, and then there's a dead ghost. And the other coma ghosts are patients that have not died, they're just in a coma, and then the dead ghost is the ghost that has died. And throughout this whole drama, there's this amazing character arc that Rain goes through. We're going to call him Rain, because it's Rain. And he goes through this amazing character arc where he's an absolute asshole in the first episode. And he remains that way until he starts to have conversations with the coma ghost. And then he realizes that he was a butthole. And he changes his ways. And this show was so amazing, absolutely recalibrated my brain, made me consider things that I never would have considered previously, and I recommend all of you watch it. 5 out of 5 Sailor Moon Scepters. Now, the cool thing about this is my mom's first ever K-drama, so let's talk about that. What do you think of K-dramas in general at this point?
I liked it, but you got to read everything.
Yeah, because if you don't speak Korean, then you have to read the subtitles.
And I'm not a speed reader, so it was difficult, but I got through it.
I will note that so Ghost Doctor's on the Viki app, and the Viki subtitles seem like they go by faster than the Netflix subtitles.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay, pause, right? We're drinking milk tea, right? I have the English milk tea, and she has the jasmine latte milk tea, and apparently she doesn't like it.
This is what throw up would taste like.
It's not. She's dramatic. But you know what? I'm someone that doesn't like cilantro. I think it tastes like puppy dog tears and failed dreams, so maybe that's the comparison here.
Puppy dog tears
and failed dreams.
Okay.
As far as K-dramas go versus American soap operas, what would you say the difference is that you noticed?
Gosh, they are much more interesting. Much more interesting.
Why is that?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I just liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good, even though I had to read everything. It was really good, just interesting action. And they're so funny.
They're so funny.
Yeah, they're really funny. The things they say, it's not what we'd say, but hey.
Yeah, they bastard.
Bastard and punk. Boy, you are a punk. That's just punk. Yeah. Right?
Who's the punk?
Everybody's a punk.
Okay. I can't remember the word that they were using. I don't want to miss it, but it sounded like Sekia. Now, if it's wrong, I'll cut in and do like the right one. But I feel like I learned the word punk based off of that.
I mean,
or bastard. It's really, I can't tell which one is which, honestly.
But it's a part of their vocabulary, just like we say, hey, you're a punk. I don't care what you say or do. You are a punk. Just the way it is. It's like, that's okay.
So when it came to how the story progressed, I would say a difference for K-dramas versus American dramas or cinema or something is each episode is kind of like a movie. So it has a beginning, and then it has a rising point and a climax, and then it goes back down, and then we have another climax, and it goes back down, and then there's like this amazing, absolutely jaw-dropping event that happens, and then it goes back down, and then it goes up again, and it goes back down, and then it's the end of the episode. Whereas our shows have like a beginning, like a middle, a dramatic point, and then the end. It doesn't take you through so many motions.
Yeah.
So then by the time after watching one episode, you're exhausted, right? You're like, I need a break. I just went through so much.
Yep. And it always leaves on a serious cliffhanger. Mm-hmm. That, you be like, okay, can I just stay up long enough to do another one?
Because you have to know what's going to happen next, right?
Yeah, because it leaves you right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Another thing that the K-dramas do is they give you the previews at the end of what's going to happen in the next episode.
I didn't realize that for a while, though.
Really?
That's what was going on. Yeah. And then finally I caught on and I said, oh, okay, yeah. I like that.
You can tell at the end of the episode because it'll kind of like freeze frame, and then it'll kind of have like the little frame around it, and then this song comes in. And then it shows you flashes of what happened in the episode. And then it goes into the previews of the next episode.
Took me a while to get that, but I'm there.
Mm-hmm. Another one is K-dramas end. So 16 episodes, and then they call it, and then that's that. Unlike ours of like Young and the Restless, I saw that Granny was watching that the other day, and I was like, this has to have been on for at least 17 years at this point. I was like, is that Jack?
It's been longer than that.
Like, I recognize him. You
remember Jack. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Another thing, so that's comparing it to like a soap opera, I guess, because I guess if it was like Pretty Little Liars, because I was asking Granny, I was like, what do these people do all day? Like, they get dressed in their evening gowns finest, and they argue in the lounge, and then someone around the corner overhears what they weren't supposed to, and then it's only ever that.
They be like all the way across the room and can hear something, but if they're sitting like right there, they don't hear it.
I'm like, do these people go to work? I don't know what any of their jobs actually are besides like being adversaries with everybody. It's just, but K-dramas, I do think they also kind of have that moment of, for example, there were some scenes in the hospital where the character was just standing just over yonder, and the other person didn't see or hear them having a conversation, and it's like, but they're just right there.
Mm-hmm. Well, but ain't they a ghost?
But they're right there. It was Rain, and it was Tess Young, so the dead ghost.
Which one of the dead ghost?
Tess.
Oh, 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. He's cool.
He was.
I like him.
So it was those two talking, and it was the younger ghost that really didn't see it for Rain. The younger guy ghost, the actor one.
Mm-hmm.
He was sitting there, and they were just standing probably like 10 feet away talking about him.
Yeah.
And he didn't, maybe he just wasn't worried about them.
I think he was deep in thought into what he was thinking about. Yeah, he I don't think he's seen them at all. Mm-hmm.
His head was in his hands the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
He
was going through some things.
He was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody in the show was going through things.
They're weird.
What was weird?
I mean, they're weird. That's a hospital, and
oh boy, watch this show. This is not a hospital that I would ever want to be checked into.
Yeah.
Because the higher ups, the director, and a lot of the professor doctors were like real cool with just letting patients die.
They almost didn't know what to do.
Like, no room. You remember? Oh my God, you remember? Alice in Wonderland, when she tried to go over to the Mad Hatters and sit down for some tea, and they said, no room. No room.
No room. Huh?
No room. They was sending people out just left and right. There was like, there's no doctor here that can operate on them, and it's like, why is there no doctor in this whole ass hospital that can perform this surgery. And they were like, well, there is one, but he's in a coma right now. It was a lot, you guys.
There was.
So to continue, the main character, which was Sung-tak, Go Sung-tak, he can see ghosts. So he sees all of these ghosts running around, and Rain is the only ghost that's able to possess him. The only other ghost that's able to possess people is Taehyung, which is the 20-year ghost. And the other coma ghosts can't possess anybody. So throughout the whole series, we're trying to figure out why can Rain possess Sung-tak. I don't think we ever actually find out.
Not really, I guess, but I think he was more like, didn't he turn out to be like his mentor, basically?
Yeah.
Because it's because of Rain that he is probably going to go on to be able to do something.
Yeah, so since Rain was able to possess Sung-tak, he would actually perform the surgeries while he was possessed. So it was actually Rain doing the surgeries, but, Sung-tak's body. So because of that, a lot of people are like, wow, this is a first-year resident. He should just be intubing people and sewing up stitches, and he's doing major heart surgery and replacing valves and things like that. And they were like, this is strange. It's almost like as if there's a ghost doctor. It's like he's possessed.
They said that so many times.
And they were super cavalier about it. Nobody was like alarmed.
Yeah, but then that one girl, the young girl doctor, she could see, right?
No, but she had her suspicions because she saw something 20 years ago. And she just let it rock off of that. Because she was like, I know what I saw. So if you say that he possesses you sometimes, I'm gonna rock with that. Because I saw some wild stuff.
So, like, towards the end, though, it almost seemed like she knew when it was Rain and when it was Go.
So, anytime Rain would have his tails, so anytime before he would perform surgery when he was alive, he would always do this. And then Go is someone that didn't do surgeries, and it was very unclear as to why, and I'm not going to spoil why, but it just seemed like he was afraid of it for some reason, like he just wasn't able to do it. When he was possessed and doing the surgeries, Go Sung-tak would do this. And everybody knows that is something that Professor Cha always did, aka Rain. So they were like, that's weird. The other thing is Rain and Sung-tak hated each other. Oh, Rain did not see it for him at all. He was like this arrogant little punk. And he just couldn't deal.
And that's so funny. He would call him that when that's how he was. He was so full of himself.
And that's the kicker. You don't realize the things that you do and your habits until someone holds that mirror up.
And shows you.
And in that case, it was him getting into a major car accident and becoming a ghost to be able to see the kind of person that he was, because now he can walk around freely. Nobody except for Sung-tak knows that he's there, so he's hearing the conversations about him and what people are saying when he's not in the room. And let me tell you,
he was a jerk.
He really was.
Right.
And the other coma ghosts got him together. They gathered him up because he's up here laid up, worried about if he's gonna wake up and how he's gonna get back into his body and stuff. And they fed him the same words that he said about them. And honey,
he seen it. Took him. He seen it.
Such wonderful character development in this show for everybody, really.
Yeah. And the little boy.
Oh,
he was so cute.
That was stressful.
He was so cute. Especially he was crying and stuff. You're just sitting there.
Have you ever cried this much watching a TV show?
I can cry on a good commercial.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it just had me, oh God, at the end of them, I'd just be sitting there like, And I can't call her because she's already in bed or whatever. Because I always watched them late, like 10, 11 o'clock. But, oh man. It left you on the edge. I'm trying to tell you, there were a couple times when I watched it with my eyes closed because I was so sleepy, and I watched it with my eyes closed. Then I'd wake up and start reading again. But it's that interesting, you know, that you will want to go right into the next one.
What did you think of Rain's acting?
Oh, man, that I didn't want this series to end. I mean, I was right there with him, but I've seen him in what was it? Ninja Assassins. And I was, I was hooked right there. Oh, actually, I seen him in something else. The Prince or some other show he played in. He didn't do a lot of talking in that one. But I thought he did really good. He's really good. I mean, he can make himself look sad or happy, and he yells a lot in this one,
Yeah.
But it is kind of funny. I don't know why they're always yelling, but yeah. But he's good. He's a good actor. He's a good actor, definitely.
And what did you think of the lead, Go Sung Tak?
Oh, I liked him. But I'm kind of not sure why he went into the field of being a doctor, because he's so scared of everything.
I think it was one of those things his mom wanted him to, so he did.
He'd probably be good as the director.
And his cousin knew that.
Yeah, that's why his cousin was a jerk.
Watch this show. Because there's a lot of things that it just doesn't seem to make sense, though, because it didn't really make sense why the director and some of these other people had it out for Sung Tak to the degree that they did. Because it's like, what is any of this? What did he do?
But did they really have it out for him, or did they have it out for Rain?
It's not clear. They was moving wild.
Yeah, because I think it was set up for Rain to be in that accident that he was in.
It was, and it's not clear to me why.
I'm not sure, because he was a jerk and arrogant and all that, but he was a good doctor.
Yeah, and he seems to be the only doctor in that hospital that could do anything. Damn near.
Before 20 year.
Yeah.
Before 20 year. 20 year was the man, and then Rain became the man.
In the very beginning, Rain is a resident doctor, and they're getting ready to send someone out, and he was like, we're doctors, we're not supposed to send patients out. And then he gets possessed by a ghost.
The guy.
And and we didn't know who it was at the time.
Okay.
And he gets possessed by a ghost, saves the patient, and it's another fiasco again, where they were like, oh my god, how do you know how to do that, da 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 da. But then, ever since then, he made sure that he was gonna study hard and learn how to do all of these things that the ghost did, so that he could be that guy on his own. Go, on the other hand, seemed real comfortable with just accepting the praises and all of this, and oh, my hands are golden and I'm saving lives, knowing full well that it was not him.
Yeah, poor thing.
So he had some character development himself in that area.
He did. He always had such a goofy smile on his face.
You know what bothered me, though, about his friend? Her name's Dr. O, Crystal, which actually she's a K-pop idol.
That girl? Not Rain's girlfriend, but the other.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, her name's Naeun. I think she was with AOA. Something.
Oh, wow.
If I got it wrong, I'll put it up there. Yeah, apparently she just left the group because she wasn't able to keep up with group activities and her acting.
Well, I think she's a pretty good actress.
Yeah. I think it's a valuable career to switch over
Yeah.
to, because we know how K-pop idols, how it don't always pan out for them. So if you want to make that jump, I fully support that. Because let me tell you, she did her thing.
Or you could be like Rain, be good at both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, Rain's kind of giving like an Ice Cube, where he could do this or he could do that.
So he can be serious, comedy, action, and he sings.
And dances. Would you recommend this drama to anybody else?
Everybody.
Would you watch it again?
Yes, I would. I actually would, just in case I missed something. But it really is that good, y'all. I don't know why they stopped at 16.
They always do. They rarely go on for a season 2.
Really?
Yeah. Which I think it's interesting because each episode is like an hour long. Sometimes they're an hour and a half. But they are like mini movies. Like, so much happens that I feel like by episode 16 they've pretty much told a complete story.
Yeah, but see, we up here going on season 17, 18, 19 of shows.
Yeah, but you know, some shows overstay their welcome.
Some shows do.
So, prime example, Pretty Little Liars. I sat with you girls for 7 seasons. And that could have ended after season 3, to be honest. Happily Ever After. Yeah, Happily Ever After. First season, banger. Second season, goodness. Third season, wow. Fourth season on. Why are we still here? What are we doing?
What is Happily Ever After?
So it is like a Disney adaptation of fairy tales where there's like Snow White and the Evil Queen.
Okay.
Rumpelstiltskin. Like, there's some Mother Goose stories in there too, and it was really, really cool. Like Peter Pan, they had a whole thing, but then like it just kept going. And sometimes it seems like these stories go so long where they wrap up the original storyline, and then they're like, we need to do something else. And it's like, what if you didn't? What if you just wrapped it up with a nice little bow and called it that? And I think that's a novelty of K-dramas, because it leaves you wanting more instead of asking like, is that Jack?
Right.
It's been 20 years. This show, like,
He's still on there,
can
huh?
everybody still be arguing? Like, is Phyllis still there? I know this name.
Yep.
You see? So,
Oh, buddy.
it's like, what could you still possibly have to talk about? But I also think that they
Right. Okay.
they wrap it up to where you wish that you could see what's going to happen. Like, he did end up waking up at the end, and I would have loved to see how he would have changed as a doctor, and then what his life with Sejin would have been like.
Exactly, because she stayed by his side. She was faithful.
That poor girl.
I mean,
Have you ever seen anyone just go through it?
not like she went through it.
I mean, her life sucked
Yep.
for her up until the last episode, I think. Just trial.
Actually, up until the last few minutes.
Really, because it just... And that's another thing about K-dramas, is time just passes. And you really don't know how long time is passing. So this is the first one where I've watched where they said, oh, you've been in a coma for 3 months. So we know that this has been going on for at least 3 months.
Oh, I was wondering how long he had been in it.
Yeah.
For. Okay,
Otherwise, the other K-dramas, it's just like, you guys are going through all of this together, and I don't know if it's been like a week or a month or a year, and it's just like, it just feels real Bella and Edward with the time frame where it's like you just met this dude and you're already just going to give everything up. It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah. And on our soap operas, like, you okay, you'd be like, okay, how long has this been? And it just happened last week, and it's already been 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And it was literally last week for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
Well, let me just throw this in.
Damn.
Wait. Oh, okay. I was going to say on our shows, not even a soap opera, just something that's every week in the nighttime shows, they'll end that show and they won't, I mean, it'll just end. We didn't even know it was going to end. It just didn't get renewed. So, something's not going to get renewed. It ain't going to be like today you found out it ain't going to get renewed and it comes on tonight. It ain't getting renewed. So they don't wrap stuff up. They just take it off. That's it. It's done. And it's just like, but what happened, yeah.
Isn't that kind of like how The Sopranos ended or something?
Oh, I didn't really watch The Sopranos.
Another thing about K-dramas, which I don't necessarily think we saw much of it, but you never quite know what time of day it is. Because it seems like they do a lot of their stuff at nighttime too, and it's like it's gotta be like 11 o'clock and you guys are just still out here, which makes more sense in this drama because it's a hospital and doctors do have to go around the clock and stuff. But
they are definitely around the clock.
Some of the other ones we've watched, they were getting out of the office and then they were going to do their things, but it's dark o'clock at night and they're like popping up at each other's house, and I was like, it's gotta be about midnight at this point. What's going on?
Yeah.
Which our shows don't quite do that exactly.
And they just don't. Well, did they eat in this one? Because a lot of shows, I think that's a fallacy that they never show them eating.
So it is a part of Korean culture to eat together, and it's a popular greeting for them. Like when they're saying, hey, how are you doing? They'll say, did you eat?
That's why Rain was always on her, and he just looked disgusted, like, you didn't eat.
And I heard that was because, now I might be wrong, so if I'm wrong, let me know kindly. But I heard that it was because back in the day, Korea had like a major famine going on. And so, food was scarce and people really wasn't eating that well. So now it's always like super important for them to ask, like, did you eat? Are you well? How are you doing?
Oh, okay. That makes sense, because that came up a few times. I seen that, and I was just like,
skipping meals.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. They was always bringing food. How am I not? Okay, yeah. They was bringing serious food. I'm watching this at like 11 o'clock at night, looking at all this food. I'm like, geez, because I cut it off.
And that's another thing with their food, is they have a bunch of side dishes called panchan. So they have whatever their main dish is, and then they have a bunch of side dishes, and they can have like up to 20 side dishes at a time. It's like a smorgasbord.
They did. When they bought some food in, I was like, oof.
Really cool concept, really. And then just the table shares the side dishes.
I can go with that.
Yeah. Really great show.
It is.
Would you recommend it for somebody's first K-drama?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, because this might make you watch some more. See, I haven't watched any of the other ones yet, but this one might make me watch some more, especially if Rain's in it. Because I'm a Rain fan, in case y'all didn't know.
One thing that I do notice about these K-dramas is I see a lot of the same actors back to back, which is interesting. So the guy that played Taehyung, I'm so certain I saw him in something else.
Wait, no, you got to tell me.
It's
20 year? Okay. Well, okay, these are K-dramas, but are they basically soap operas?
Yeah.
Well, then even in our soap operas, you see multiple people playing in different series. Okay. I remember, I think I remember you showing me something about that.
Okay. So Tess Hyung, the 20-year ghost, was also in Hwarang. And that was my first K-drama that I ever saw when it came out.
Is that the one you just showed me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That came out 2017. Yeah.
So
2016,
Minho and
2017.
V are actors.
Mm-hmm. Minho is a very good actor. Like, if he was like, this K-pop stuff is cool or whatever, but I want to get into my acting bag, he absolutely could.
Maybe I'll watch that.
Mm-mm. And V was really good at acting too. I was like, V! Tay-Tay!
I might have to check it out.
You should, because Park Seo-joon... Okay, so Park Seo-joon is like my baby daddy. And Park Hyung-sik, which is also like my other baby daddy, is in it too, and they're the main characters. Oh, okay, so you didn't get to see that this time. So usually K-dramas will have a male lead and a second male lead. And they're usually in competition with each other of like who's gonna get the girl or whatever. It's always gonna be the first male lead.
So, in other words, Rain and Go.
Yeah. So Go, I guess, would have been the first male lead, and Rain would have been the second, but they weren't competing for the same girl in this one. Like, this was a completely different storyline. Usually K-dramas are like a love triangle situation.
Wait, the movie we just watched, Ghost Dad, you would think Go was the male lead? Then Rain?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I would think so. Let's see who they list first.
But Rain was in the scene before Go was.
Listing come first.
Wait, is that him?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, y'all. These are single vision glasses.
Kim Bum.
I mean, wait, who is this? Oh, that's that one guy. The actor that wanted to be that actor?
No, that's the the other doctor that swooped his girl at the end.
Oh.
I can see how he did it. Thank you.
Yeah, I can see how he did it too, because unfortunately Go is just so goofy.
Yeah.
He was goofy.
Well, he wasn't
Poor
like...
thing.
And then you know what? When she confessed to him, when she was like, I liked you, she said it like past tense. So what is he supposed to do with that?
He should have picked up on the cues.
Anyway. Yeah, so I would love to get my mom into watching more K-dramas with me, because it was such a whirlwind. Like, we would text each other and we're like, okay, did you watch? And we're like, oh my god, what about this part? Did you see this? Like, what a journey.
Then I got brave and jumped ahead
Did.
an episode or two.
And she was like, let me know when you get to episode 14.
Yeah, we gotta talk. Right. Now I know he's got more shows.
Mm-hmm.
Rain, maybe we can find another Rain show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, let's do that.
We need to diversify you so you could really jump into the...
I
You guys,
know.
she's sad that the show ended. She's despondent. What do I do with my time now?
I know. I mean, what is it all about? What is
Jump
life?
into a new K-drama.
Yeah, especially when it ends. Jeez.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Because they always end on a note of like, what happens next? I'm not ready to let these characters go yet.
Mm-mm. No. Now, is Go a regular actor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is he? Okay. How old is he? Because he just seems so young.
32.
Oh, my.
He's 5'11".
Wow. But I would have never guessed him at 32.
Mm.
I would have never guessed him at 32. Rain's still walking around here looking like he's on Similac.
Similac is baby formula.
He does. Well, yeah, we got to get into something else. But you've already seen the one with Minho and V.
Yeah, it was years ago though. I'd watch it again for sure.
Was it just a one-time thing too, like this?
Mhm.
Like so many?
And that one is a period piece. So I think it's dealing with the... Child, don't give me the lion. It's like the 3 kingdoms or something like that.
Because of the way they're dressed. It's definitely back then.
Which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because seeing someone else's historical history,
Yeah.
which is very, very, very different from Western history, from what we've learned and what we know.
I think we should do it.
Yeah, I love a good period piece. It's very interesting.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, you guys, that was our little rundown of Ghost Doctor. You should absolutely watch it. If you watched it, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.